Xerxes!
Calm down. I'm allowed to leave my room now. What sort of room is this?
A workshop.
And what do you do here?
As an ore elementalist, I study stones and crystals.
And dangerous artifacts.
Those too.
What are you studying now?
An elemental sphere. Don't bother me, I have a good feeling right now. The work is going very smoothly.
What do you know about this mask here?
I don't like it. It gives me an uneasy feeling.
Examine the mask.
Later.
When later?
Please, stop harassing me with your annoying questions. I feel good about this sphere right now. I need to make use of this inspiration.
You only research things that give you a good feeling?
I associate warmth and light with the sphere. With the mask, I associate only cold flesh and death. Does that answer your question?
Have you taken a closer look at the stuff on the table?
Briefly.
And?
It is ensouled. Longer study will show what lies within.
Aha. How are you feeling?
I associate warmth with the mask.
I know now who you are. Your name is Halef ben Jalif. You were Malakah's servant. He sent you to find the Garden of Oblivion, but you only made it as far as Draconia. As a punishment, the mask was placed on you. Your memory was stolen, and you were made into what you are now. Yes.
What did the staff say?
It's not written here. The air elementalist could only write down what his spirit observed, not what happened in Saj's mind.
Rats! I've been waiting for this moment for so long, and now this.
So you're a victim of the mask yourself. I suppose I can forgive you. What are these rocks?
Don't be arrogant. They're not mere rocks. They're ores, and very important and valuable to me.
The stone tablet is broken.
Don't remind me. I tripped and now it's ruined. Every time I think about it, I almost lose my will to live.
Hey! No answer. The spell only works on living beings. What is this then?
It's a whetstone. I'm indifferent towards it. It just serves its purpose.
I have to know something.
What?
How are you feeling now?
I associate warmth and light with the sphere. With the mask, I associate only cold flesh and death. The mask no longer seems quite so repellent, but I still get bad vibrations from it.
What are these rocks?
Don't be arrogant. They're not mere rocks. They're ores, and very...
Is that your tea?
Yes, it keeps me warm. Its aroma reminds me of comforting things and good times. I've developed an interest in the mask, but first I should finish with the sphere.
What's that?
You wouldn't understand even if I were willing to explain it to you.
You must have a lot to keep clean.
Yes, and I hate it. I hate this broom.
That won't get me any...
How repulsive. How can something so beautiful conjure such ill feelings? Time to devote myself to something nicer. So that's it.
Is there anything new?
The mask is a reservoir. It stores memories.
Sure, by draining them from people.
Yes, but that's trivial. What's really fascinating is that it stores everything which happens around it. It's as though it observes the world in silence and takes note of everything. If we were to succeed in reversing its effect, we would have access to an enormous archive of past times. I have a good feeling about this.
How can the magic of the mask be reversed?
That sort of thing takes time. I would attempt to weave a modification of a reverse Salis into a gemstone and then attach that to the mask. If the spell inside the mask is then recited, it should have the converse effect. Instead of emptying the wearer, it would begin to transmit stored memories to him.
Take this ruby, weave the reversal spell into it, and reverse the effect of the mask.
I told you, it isn't that easy. First, I need to examine the quality of the stone. Possibly grind it again.
We don't have time for that. I want to know what the mask knows. Please, you have to do it.
I will, but not yet. Such hasty action would be much too risky.
Do as I tell you.
Such an intervention is dangerous.
I need everything I can get my hands on in order to survive in the gore. My life is at stake here, so do it.
You'll now become either completely stupid or entirely enlightened. Fadan fascadan, esplasta quatan, murilor gras ferel goran, hulbe mutir gerul felan, juntir quatan feluntir sodan. Hey, can you hear me?
I had a vision.
Someone else's memory? So it worked!
You sound surprised.
You're very lucky that you're still able to speak. What else did you learn? Did you learn any new skills? If so, show me. Show me what the memories in the mask have taught you. I only believe what I see. You're trying... You can cast spells?
I only remember this one spell. No, wait. There's more.
The more frequently you call upon the memories in the mask, the more they'll be accessible to you. Take off the mask. Do you still remember?
No. The spells are gone.
As I suspected, the effect is only active as long as you wear the mask. Put it on again and cast the second spell. Stop playing with my thoughts. Let me try one more thing. Remove the ruby and put the mask on again. Can you still cast spells?
Yes. I remember more and more.
Ha! I'm brilliant! Once the ruby has created a connection between the wearer and the mask, the bond remains even without the stone. That's enough for now. Give me the mask and you can go.
He was turned into a small crystal. I suppose the spell isn't very precise about what sort of stone it transforms someone into. Whatever this is for. What is it? What do you want? Face is reacting to the strange orb. I think it wants to follow me as long as I have the orb. Yes, that's true. I've never trusted this kind of magic. What are you doing?
Psst! An earth spirit is sleeping beneath us. It sees to the fertility of the soil. Right now, it's asleep. Please be quiet, all right?
I've never seen that many fresh, not even in the... I don't want to get too close to Qasim. I won't fly there until I actually have a reason to. It's too deep, and I still need my legs. He isn't reacting. Perhaps he's a higher being than the other spirits. There are 7 runes engraved on it. Huh? I could petrify them all with my spell. I could I feel the mask in my pocket. It's pulling me, drawing me there.
Who is doing magic in my chamber? I've slept for so long. Please, awaken me with your magic. All of a sudden, I'm getting so sleepy. All of a sudden,
Nothing is happening.
all of a sudden, all of a sudden, all of a sudden, all of a sudden,
Nothing is... That won't lead to... Plants are grow... Is this an... Plants are... Is this an... I can feel the gaze of the eye in the back of my neck. Nothing is... Nothing is...
all of a sudden, all of a sudden, all of a
All of us. All of us. All of us. All of a sudden. All of us. All of it. All of. All of.
That only works with men.
Don't be frightened. Remain seated. There's something you should know. Listen well, and you will understand. Once there was Satinav, the guardian of time. Satinav wrote everything that happened, was going to happen, and had happened in his book of time. Anyone who deviated from the path written in the book or sought to rewrite time was punished by Satinav with the worst punishment that could ever be inflicted on anyone. He ripped the poor soul from its existence as if it had never been there at all. What no one remembers is that Satinav had a servant. Me, the Djinn of Time, Nemoremnon. In the name of my lord I roamed the ages, punishing heretics and healing the rents in the fabric of time that their heresy had caused. I was powerful, and yet I was only a servant to the boundless tyranny of a careworn master. Then came the day on which everything would change. When a woman came before Satinav with her dead son, she begged for the life of her child, for an adjustment of time. But Satinav, in his infinite cruelty, would not listen. I, however, took pity on the creature, and in an act of boundless benevolence, I created my mightiest tool. A mask. My mask. And I gave it to the creature, so that never again would anyone lose something so precious.
Weird. Yalla, come out.
Nice to see you again, girl.
I talked to the Djinn.
Really? Nemoremnon, so. A strange creature. Let me know if you learn any more about him.
What did Jalif write about the garden again?
It says that some sort of magic word is buried in the garden. A word that will awaken the true power of Malakar's mask, and that 3 secret chambers will point the way there. He babbles that the place was created by an ancient entity, a servant of time, and that Satinav, the Lord of Time, so that nothing... Then there's something about...
That's enough. See you later.
Keep me up.
I'd rather not. No, I'd rather not. That won't get me. I don't see it. It doesn't seem... The spirit is squirming in my pocket. It appears to like that rune. The spirit is... The spirit is... The spirit is... Now that's just uninspired. No, that won't get me. That'll no. I'd rather. No. No, no. Behind it, I can see the shape. That better not. Spirits of the water, rise. I feel a rhythm. Hey! Hey! It's only a part of the seal. Something's still missing. That won't lead to... Perhaps from the other side?